We are in chapter 12 of the novel Engaged to be Married. Chapter 12, Travelogue, May 23rd. Emily wakes up, looking out the windows, sees that it is late into the night. The lighting overhead bothers her. Closing her eyes, something doesn't feel right, so she opens one eye to scan the train. Charles is missing. Slowly, Emily lets out a whining sigh like a lost puppy. Figuring Charles rethought his offer and has silently gone on his merry way, her new best friend has deserted her. Like the jerk she suspected him to be all along, was so callous that he waited until she fell asleep to duck out on her, almost like he had done to his fiancée. Charles comes walking down the aisle a few minutes later, and for a second she's elated. On the outside, it's difficult for her facial expression to shake off the feeling of abandonment. He smiles and plops down in the seat. "I didn't want to worry you, Em. I was hoping you'd still be sleeping when I got back." She recovers from feeling not so special. "Really? I hardly noticed." But by her tone, he assumed she was concerned. "Yeah, I needed to stretch and hit the men's room. In case you've forgotten, we are on a moving train, Charlie. Like, where would you go?" Right, he remembers. Thought, though, you did say that 300 other seats are on this train. True. Emily's face shows her weariness, although she's trying to appear matter of fact. "Huh, you thought I left for good, didn't you?" He is curious as to what else she thinks about him. "So you don't trust me? I made you an offer that I intend to fulfill. Are you trying to say you're a man of your word? I have witnessed firsthand your change of mind when it comes to offers you've made and are now reconsidering and almost walking away from those." All right, that's fair, but my offer to you for the remainder of my 3 weeks with you is an offer I will fulfill. I will show you that I can be trusted. Charlie peers into her eyes. "Let me help you change how you think of me. If you open up to me, share some of your personal info with me, that would let me know. Will you? After all, I've been very open and honest with you. This will just build trust between us." "Charlie, don't you get it? Men sure can be dense. I don't want this fun trip of ours to turn into a downer. We are on this little jaunt to forget all the things back there, things we both left behind." She does a backwards thumb movement over her shoulder like he had done before. "You must allow me insight into a few things about you, Emily. I don't even know your last name. Any little thing will do. Mysterious as you are, it's all fine and good, but not so great for relationship building. At least a few of your secrets need to be given over after a while," or his arm spans the crowd. "See these people? To me, you will remain like any other silent stranger on this train. Me, your new friend. That's not fair." "Okay, fair enough. Point made," she sighs. "A few details won't divulge too much." He insists, "And I want honest answers without your smarty pants answers going around things, making things up." She laughs at his oddly constructed phrase and plows right in, sharing details of her life. "I did say no more lies. My last name is Robertson. I don't have any brothers or sisters. Life might have been a lot easier for everyone if I had. I do have 2 parents. One is male and one is female." "M." "Oh, right. Yeah, everyone has that, right? No secret there. And you?" Charles laughs. "Yes, I have a mother and a father. I have one older brother. Normal family type. Just not that close, not really. Now continue." "Normal parents. Whoa, you're lucky. Those are much harder to come by these days. Who doesn't have some issues with their parents, am I right? Tried to train them up, but they can be so darn stubborn, those parents." Charles again laughs at her witty, poetic words. Emily smiles as her pale cheeks turn a weak pinkish color. He suddenly wonders about her health, knowing some of her secrets are sure to be related to how she's acting. Funny girl. Sorry, couldn't resist. I would seriously like to be a comic if only I had all the time in the world to... Again, she doesn't finish that sentence either. I have to admit it, you are quite funny at times and also quite frustrating at other times, but still funny in your odd way that you have. My guess is that I am at least 10 years younger than you, Charlie. No pets, love school, no favorite color. So does that satisfy your curiosity of me? She holds her breath. Are you kidding? Not by a long shot. You don't have siblings, and you do have parents. Pets, colors, that stuff, there's no real secrets revealed there. That's general information. Charles points to the item of his main concern. Tell me why you stole that suitcase. I already told you why. Right. What I specifically want to ask is why you didn't have any of your own luggage. That's what I meant. Once you start harping on a thing, you just won't let it go, will you? I left in a bit of a hurry. Acting a lot like a detective you are right now, Charlie, old man. With her foot, she pushes the suitcase further under the seat. Why does it even matter to you so much? Charles looks at her like she has to be kidding. His voice gets louder. Are you serious? I invite you to travel along with me, and I want to know what led you to lead so abruptly and caused you then to steal things? Emily feels turnabout is fair play and places her finger over his lips. He notices how cold her finger is. It's like ice. Shush, Charlie. Your voice is getting loud. Use your inside voice. They really should be putting up a sign for that, you know. Don't even try to sidetrack me here. He goes back to her earlier statement. You couldn't grab your clothes, though you bothered with getting perfume in that little purse. How strange. Were you in some sort of danger? Still am, actually. We're talking life and death stuff here, Charlie. Left with the clothes on my back, this purse, perfume, that's all, period. Enough of a mystery for you, am I now? Charles is very skeptical. He doesn't know if he should believe her. He can't tell if this is another act she's putting on. You have no money? Tell me, how did you buy that ticket for this trip? Well, that shouldn't be too difficult for a detective to conclude. Not for a great detective like you, Charlie. Especially not since you've taken on the role of being my shadow this whole trip. I don't even know what to say to that right now. Charles sighs, wondering what he's got himself into. She leans over and whispers in his ear. It sends a chill through him for more than what she admits to doing. Stole the ticket money. And there's a little to live on. It doesn't matter. He appeals to her conscience. Does not matter to you, or it does not matter to whom you stole all that money from. She's very wealthy, I'll have you know. Expensive purses and jewels and clothing. She's got all that in abundance. The whole 9 yards. Emily feels vindicated. Her voice goes up. None of that stuff matters to either of us, right? Not when considering the bigger picture here. And she won't mind about that. But she might not be so okay with... Again, she stops. You know this person from whom you stole the money? He adds, you felt your relationship with that person justified your actions? I didn't say that, you did. But you do feel that way, am I correct? Do I feel that way? Yes, sort of, Dr. Psych Class 101. Life has not been very fair to me. Why should I play fair or play by the rules any longer? Strange sense of justification you got there. She smiles condescendingly. Is Charlie ever wrong? Innocent people get ripped off because you have a gripe about something, some minor thing in your life that you say isn't fair. How's it fair to that person or any other persons whom you've stolen it from? Charlie is really rethinking his offer now. Ha! Shows how much you know, old man. It's not a minor thing. It was a gigantic, monstrous, major thing. You don't know what you're talking about here at all, Charlie. Not this time. A minor thing, like money, not important. Other major things, real important stuff, always trumps that in the whole scheme of things. Okay, give me a break, will you? You just keep talking in riddles. Again, how am I to know or understand what you're going through if you keep shutting me out? He reconsiders. And for your information, cash flow has always been a major issue with me. Well then, that's where we differ. She opens up. If you can imagine it, even in my young life experience, as you said, maybe I just needed to get away too. And the suitcase, yeah, I realized that I was being conspicuous because of you. How could I know you'd stick around? And then ask me to stick around with you for 3 whole weeks. Mind you, I am keeping track of the time too. Later on, up the tracks, I will probably have to rob somebody else once you finally ditched out and welched on our deal and split, leaving me in the middle of nowhere land. Emily jerks on her jacket front and crosses her arms. Charles tries his best to stay with the conversation, but he feels she's all over the board with her comments. He denies rethinking his offer, though he actually has. When I split, so that's what you think of me. Well, what would you say if I go all the way with our relationship building and even take you on back with me? And I don't know, maybe keep you around for a while. You can be there to make sure I won't be tempted to skip out on my bride-to-be or confess my true feelings to her. Emily, right now, I'm at so many loose ends, and I believe that you are the only one I know who might keep me on the straight and narrow. She doesn't give him a good feedback. See, you are no better than me. You stole too. You stole your love away from your soon-to-be other half. I'm just trying to be nice to you here, Em. Well, the truth hurts, doesn't it? Yeah, you got that right. Emily voices what she thinks is true. You basically have said you'd like nothing better than to kidnap me, like I've got no life or choices of my own to be made. Now that's a stretch, even for you. I'm not stupid, Charlie. You only asked me so I will stick around to entertain you with my witty banter. And I know that you've planned all along to go back to her, back to all your successful stuff, long before you ever bought that ticket. These 3 weeks are simply extra time for you. A nice breather. Maybe you just need that one last fling. Am I to be that for you? Before you take that real-life plunge? What's all this crazy talk? We've discussed this already. You've heard my reasons for being on this train and for wanting to travel with you. Charles isn't deterred. Yeah, I am definitely going to keep you around, kiddo, to keep me on my toes, because you've got no problem telling it like it is, or saying anything that comes to your mind, no matter how crazy it may be, though some might suggest I'm the one that's gone mad. Emily mockingly laughs. Ha! I'm not a stray puppy you could just pick up on the side of the road, Charlie. He condescendingly teases her and pats her on the head. Aw, is puppy hungry? Emily pushes his hand off. Hey, you're the one who promised me that you would treat me like a lady, by the way, not a dumb dog. Not feeling the love here so much, Charlie. Well, if you'd stop with all the accusations and just give me a chance. He scolds. She hits him across the shoulder. Charlie, you are so infuriating. What was that for? He acts clueless. She again crosses her arms defiantly. Charles cowers and scoots away in the seat, but he's laughing under his breath. He is certain she will make his trip one wild ride to be on. Emily isn't making much sense, but he isn't looking for sensible right now. She fits in nicely with his plan to just wing it. Whether she's a thief or not, he realizes that walking away from Emily is not what he wants to do. Trying to get her to open up more, Charles then changes direction. Tell me, what'd you like to do for these 3 weeks? It's not all about me. This trip is about us now. No, I understand how these things go. Your money, so you get to choose. Well, my plans are that I have no plans. I'm leaving it up to you to pick our destinations and fun-filled events. Make all the plans you want. I insist. Chart our itinerary. Plus, it is one of your requirements, remember, that you get to help pick out our activities. Seriously? Are you serious? He offers an apologetic grin. I am the one who's along for the ride. I'm jumping on your ride, Emily. Emily has to choke back some tears. No one's ever said anything like that to her. Her deep hurt over some past disappointments is not visible to Charles, though. He thinks she is merely overwhelmed by his kind gesture. She can't imagine that he is being so kind and affable, and she can't really manage to say anything at the moment. There's this long pause in the conversation, so Charles assumes that she might have gotten upset with him, thinking about something adversely. Not off to a very good start. I mean, if you stop talking, it will be like I'm traveling alone anyway. Finally, she finds her voice. Listen, Charlie, just know I am not any different than you. It's pretty amazing that we've met, actually. Both of us are going the same way on the same train at the same time, and we both are in need of some of the same things. I think somebody maybe is really up there, possibly, and might like me after all, maybe a little bit. And they decided to have a little mercy on me here at the... She points upward, but squints at the lights. He noticed that the lights do bother her eyes. Charles wonders out loud, wait, I thought you said that there is no God up there to give account to. Oh, yeah, that. She sidetracks the conversation. I'll share one more thing with you since your offer has been amended to taking me back with you. I'm never going back. Not while I'm still alive. When I bought this one-way ticket, I knew I would not be going back, Charlie. Not ever. Over my dead body will I go back, literally. This is one major area where we are really, truly different, Charlie. You always intended going back to your old life in some way, some form. Nope, only one way for me to go. She holds her ticket really high in the air. Aw, come on now. You have your whole life ahead of you, Em. You're young, you don't have much baggage yet, no pun intended. What trouble could you possibly be involved in that would keep you from going back home? But Emily was done with oversharing at this point. She felt she had shared too much. Her thoughts switched tracks quicker than any train ever could. You mentioned something about shopping at our next stop. After shopping for new clothes, what are we going to do up in Denver? Want to ski? I can't ski. Charles laughs, but is very thankful Emily can just let things go so easily. He needs that too right now. He suspects that she thoroughly enjoys those in-your-face debates, but when it comes to tough questions, she pulls away. You don't ski? Then I'll teach you. Denver was going to be a quick train stop. I'm planning, correction. I was planning on going west to the coast, Sacramento, California. I have always wanted to see the ocean, the big blue sea, then make the round trip back. So what about my original idea for a destination? Emily doesn't want to get into another discussion, but feels she needs to fill him in on another detail. Charlie, our spontaneous 3-week plan just hit a snag. I only stole enough money to get me as far as Denver. Em, don't concern yourself with the finances. Charles hopes he might learn something more about her. Why did you choose Denver? Snow and weed. I want to view mountaintops with snow. I've lived around farmland, boring flat places. It snows in Denver. Seeing up close and personal the majestic snow-capped mountains is on my checklist. Then we should do it. Maybe not the weed, Emily laughs. She starts to insult his age and nerdiness, but refrains. Charles begins to form a whole new idea. I'm going all out here. Getting us sleeping berths. Don't know what I was thinking of before. Sleeping sitting up for days is no fun. Penny pinching much? I suppose I was, and we'll be more rested while traveling. I'll trade in this ticket of mine, and even if I lose on it, we will be together for the round trip. Charles' words make her smile. Emily realized it's been some time since she has laughed or even smiled. They both need to stretch and use the restroom. They walk around and find new seats. As soon as they are comfortable again, Emily starts the conversation up again. Where to after Denver? Totally your call, remember? Emily gets excited. California. Yeah, I like that idea. If you are able to endure more of my brutal honesty, not to mention my harsh remarks. I mean, life's too short not to be straight up that way, right? Charlie laughs. She's been anything but straight up with him about herself, but he lets it go. Sure, if you can endure more of my rude, egotistical, self-serving remarks. An apologetic grin spreads out across Charles' face. Emily confesses. This can only work if you are willing to tolerate my comical and nonsensical comebacks, you know. Charles encouraged her. Only if you spontaneously keep making them. That's what makes them so funny. You like surprises, do you? Emily's dark eyebrows go upward. Well, you know what they say. Spontaneity cannot be planned. Charlie laughs out loud. So true. Uh-huh. He leaves nothing to chance. So you're sure? I'm sure. Okay then. Okay then. Both smile at the new ease at which they feel with each other. They give each other high fives. Others look their way to see what's going on with that odd couple, which causes the two of them to laugh even more at just being happy and together. Okay, let's get some sleep. Sounds like it's going to be a busy 3 weeks ahead of us. Charles leans back and scrunches down in the seat. They moved to captain's chairs by the window in the lounge car, but they aren't much better than the seats in the passenger car. I can hardly wait to get into that berth. What was I thinking anyway? Just keep trying to keep up with me, old man. That's what you need to think about. Emily's eyes are closed. We'll have a great time once we hit Cali. Charles yawns. Denver sounds like fun too, though, Em. He snatches the hat she has laid on the window sill and places it on his head. She lightly punches him in the arm. And how can it be anything but with us two wild and crazy kids on the run? He's hesitant hearing those words. Right. They settle down, turn off the overhead lights. But Emily can't sleep. She watches Charles while he sleeps. Then she pulls out a bottle of pills from her purse, grabs a water bottle, and downs a handful. She doesn't know that Charles has been lying back, but is still awake. With the cap over his eyes, Charles watches her. This is the end of chapter 12 of the novel Engaged to be Married.